Well, hello, hello. This is Rosa, our Secret Creations. How you doing? Going to be bringing you today how to use a hamburger press and the little sheets to lay in between each hamburger, so when you go to the freezer, they all don't stick to each other. So let's get started. Here's the little, all this is cut out round circle parchment. Yeah, you can get your own parchment, but why do all these circles when you don't have to? You can just buy it. They were less than $3 for 1,000. Oh, excuse me, these were 500. 500 in this package. I know I ordered another one that had 1,000 in it, so I think I'm good to go. So let me make sure you're in frame. You don't need to be seeing me. So as you can tell, we're having hamburgers for dinner tonight. So I'm just going to get out my hamburger patty. Oh, I forgot my towel. Let me go grab myself a towel because I know I'm going to need a towel. Just a second. I got to go grab a towel so I can wipe my hands. Okay. Got a new washcloth so I can wipe as I go. And I already had wiped down my table. I'll have to do another little wipe. Okay. Of course, you add whatever seasonings that you want. Oh, I think you're too far over. There we go. Add whatever seasonings that you want in your meat. But I'm going to... I really enjoy that. I think it's Worcestershire 57 sauce, but I'm going to do that separate. Because these are going to be the generic for any type of meat flavoring that you have. You want to go sparingly at the beginning because you can always add more to it. So that was garlic powder. Putting some black pepper. Onion powder. I love me some onions. If I had my way, I put raw onions in here, but hubby... Did you hear him? Did you hear him? And then we're going to use the cowboy butter. I love this seasoning. This is from Kinder's. We buy this at Sam's, our local Sam's.
Spicy.
It's a little bit tangy, but I like a little tang. He likes a lot of tang. I like a little tang. Excuse me. Now I'm going to start sneezing because of all this stuff. This little particular hamburger press, you can make the little baby minis. So if you want to make some little sliders, you can make the little sliders. We're going to not do sliders. But I might, if I have a leftover, I might make some sliders for a future, so they'll be in the freezer. So basically all you're going to do is put your meat, yeah, here it is, and then you squeeze down in it. And I'm just going to use my tabletop. You could, if you want to, if yours is not messed up, put a piece of, like a cutting board or a piece of parchment, whatever. I'm totally fine because I've got a good table service, so I'm good to go. So I'm just going to put it in there, and then I'm going to squeeze it to shape. And you can do it as thick or as thin as you like. This is how much of a depth it has. See that? See my finger? And I wear a size 5 ring. Okay, let's just mix this up. Ooh, it's cold. Got it out of the fridge. Oh. And we're just making regular old hamburger patties. Nothing else is special. And if you notice, I didn't add any salt because a lot of this, especially this, already comes with salt because that's what they use for preservatives so they can have a long shelf life. in the store. So, plus we can always salt it once we get it on our plate. And after you do this 2 or 3 times, you'll know exactly like 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, and stuff like that. I'm letting my fingers cool off. I'll be warm up because they're cold. Okay, I think we're pretty much mixed up good enough. You want to make sure you look at it to make sure there's not a big old clump of seasoning. You want to make sure that it's well combined. Oh, that's really cold. And I don't want to get my other hand dirty. And go all the way down to the middle, inside center. Oh, look, see that? See that pile? Big little pile of seasonings that they didn't get mixed up. I think I'm going to need a little bit more of everything. I don't know why I closed them up. Shouldn't have closed them up. Here's my onion powder. Now that I've mixed it all around. Garlic. I love me. All these seasons I'm using right now are the ones I really enjoy. And hubby gets to get it because I'm the one that's fixing it. So you don't like it, too bad. Don't tell him I told you that. Okay, now let's do some of this Kinder's. I don't want to put too much because he said it's spicy. Okay, come on, come out. We're in South Texas, and it's hot today. It was in the 90s. I get to work from home, so I was inside the AC the whole day. Hubby works in a warehouse, so he's out in the heat. On top of the heat of that everyday, ooh, I'm getting used to with all these seasonings. On top of the heat, he works with these ovens, 400-degree ovens, because they use them to make molds. They do stuff for under the sea oil rigs. So he's a tired puppy when he gets home. During summer especially. Okay, I think we're good to go on that part. So let's grab some meat. This is 2 pounds of meat. I'm just going to shape it in here, put my press down, push down on it, and ta-da! See that? And it's even got the impression of the top of the press, which is that right there. So I'm going to lay myself a piece of parchment. I'm going to put it on the bottom. And let's see how many of these I get to make. You know, ground beef. I'm just shaping it so it all stays a little bit more round. Okay, we'll put another piece right on top for the next one. Let's put this back over here on the same spot. Oh, I think that's a little too much meat. Now let's press it down. I'm holding on to the bottom so it doesn't move around on me. Push that up. And there's the other one. Now, if this is a little too thick for you, the reason I make them thick is because they do shrink, and then I do squeeze the meat, the patty, as it's cooking, so it spreads out a little bit. But this is about the size of a regular bun length. This is about the size of a bun. Let's go to the next one. move this back over here. Let's make one a little bit thinner. Let's just see what it looks like. What do we get? Let's see what we get. Okay, that one's missing some meat on this side, so I'm going to put it back and add a little bit of meat on that side. I'm going to spread this out. I'm just going to shape it just a little bit. So definitely a lot thinner than the ones we did before. Do you see that? So I've got 3 patties so far. Normally if this was just me cooking it, I wouldn't be putting this on parchment like this. I wouldn't be wasting, you know, Frugal Rosa here. I wouldn't be wasting my parchment, but I'm doing this for the sake of the video just to show you, because I'm actually going to put them right on the frying pan. We're going to cook them. So if you wanted to, you could still put it right on the frying pan and cook it, but I like to have my frying pan on hot, make sure it's pretty warm, then I'll put my meat on top. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. You can always put it on there cold, and it will sear it, cook it. Want to make one that I'll make him some thick ones because he likes the thick ones, and I'll make me some thin ones. So he's got 2 thick ones, and I'll get myself two thin ones. And that turned out pretty darn good. See that? So as you can see, this is really fairly easy. So, you know, I would say 30 minutes prep time. And you can have hamburgers for the whole month. They're already pre-made. And the thing is, what's nice, instead of buying those store-bought hamburgers, you know what kind of beef it is that you're using. You also know what kind of seasonings you put in there for flavor. And I like to have a baggie that says, like, barbecue. Or I have one that says Worcestershire sauce or 51 Heinz 57 sauce. Because hubby likes that stuff. Okay, and this next batch, I'm going to put some of that for him because he likes those. So I got 4 here, and I think I can probably get 3 out of this one. So we'll bring you back, and I'll show you that next phase, okay? Let me wipe my hands. Okay, we are back, and we don't have any more 57 sauce, so we just have regular steak sauce. And he said that was totally fine. So I'm just going to add some. I'm not going to do a whole lot. But let me mix it up and see what it tastes like. It smells good. Oh yeah. That was probably like 2 tablespoons. Okay, so let's go back to my original spot. And let's get him his. I put that over there. I'm going to make sure I'm in frame, you can see me. Okay. I'm going to put his in the bowl, back in that bowl, so I know those are his. Because I don't care for that kind of flavor. Not into my burger. Okay, I think I probably can get 3 out of this one. I just want it to cook evenly, and I don't want it to fall apart. That's why I'm going to the effort of pushing all this together so it all stays as one. You don't necessarily have to, but I just think it's prettier looking. Okay, that's all the meat. This one's going to get a baby order. Maybe this be a mini. We don't have any mini slider buns, so. Okay. It's definitely thinner, a little bit smaller. We'll see how much it shrinks. And again, your shrinkage is based on if you're doing like 60% or 75% or 80 or 95 or 100%. So it depends on how much fat is in the meat of how much it shrinks. Okay, I'm going to go pause you, clean up my mess, get my stovetop stuff ready to start cooking, and we'll bring it back, and then we're going to do the taste test. Okay, we are back to the cooking. I went ahead and put them on there. Hubby's are right here, and mine are over there on that end. And this is my steel cast iron meat press. And you can just lay it right on top. And if you want to, pressure. I'm doing this on the stovetop with my portable electric stovetop. It's portable electric. I'm waiting to get me one. It's a dual one, but it does propane or butane. Okay. I like to lay it on the surface. Let me move this out of the way. I'll move this over here on this side. Because that cast iron is hot. In fact, let me turn. I'm a right-handed person, so the angle's a little bit off for me. Okay, so let's push that back. And see how it makes the little grill marks on there? I like that. From the grill marks here from the cast iron. So we're going to do this one. We'll do these two. I'm just putting a little bit of pressure, not a whole lot. There we go. And now let's get ready to flip. Oops. There's a lot of grease in this thing. There we go. I'm going to turn this up a little bit hotter so it gets a higher heat. It goes all the way up from 1 to 5. I'm going to put it on 4 just to see how much heat that is. I don't know yet. I've only done, I use this one, this little stovetop, for candle making. But my lighting is really bad on the kitchen stove, so I figured, you know what, let me just go ahead and see if this will work. And you can get a better lighting with it. Okay, come on. There we go. That worked out good there. And see how they're thin, but they're still keeping its shape? Do you see that? So let's get this one going. Let's flip this baby. All right, looks good. Okay, that almost broke on me, but it didn't, thank goodness. I'm moving this to the center so they get the full heat. Because you can see, let me bring it back down here. You can see that part right there where the center, where that one got more, a little bit more toasty than that one too. Because that's in the center where it has more of this, the heat from the burner. Okay. So now we're just going to sit here and wait, but I'm not going to have you wait. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. I'm going to put my burger together. We're going to have the hamburger bun, some cheese. Hubby and I don't do lettuce and tomato and all that stuff. We don't need that. I know we should, but we don't. And we just do plain burger, mustard, cheese, and that's it. Now, I should be cutting up me some onions, which I should be doing that, but I'm not going to because I'm pooped. So we'll bring you back when we do the taste test. Okay, we're back. I ended up having to drain it because it was getting way too much liquid. See all my liquid? I think this is one of those 75% of fat ground beef packages. Once I take them home and I just wrap it and I just put in there ground beef. Very seldom I put 75, 85, 90, 95, whatever it is. Sometimes I do, but not very often. But whatever we get lucky and we get a good price on Angus beef, I will put on there Angus beef so we know that's the good beef. So I'm just putting that on there just to help with the cooking process. And see, I wish, yeah, I'm going to bring you over. You're going to see how juicy it is by not flipping them over and over and over. I just flip them, I leave them just sitting there for a good 5 minutes. Then I flip them over. It's a little awkward cooking like this on the stove, on the kitchen table, because I'm used to being standing up on the stove top. But it works. It reminds me of my days when we used to go camping and cooking on the open flame. Okay. Well, I know they're cooked on the inside because they're not pink. This one broke. Let me show you. See, the inside is cooked. So they're cooked. So I think we're pretty much done. And the one good thing is when you get rid of all the extra fat in your pan and you flip it, you don't have a bunch of splatter. So I think we are done. I'm going to turn the burner off. I'm going to unplug it because it is electrical. And just get our cheese and everything else ready for it. Okay, so going to get... I'm just going to make mine because hubby said he's going to make his own. And I did go ahead and slice me up some onions. When I'm here, I might as well. I had to wait for that thing to cook anyway. Okay, so, whoop, got my cheese. Let me go get my cheese. I left it in the fridge so it stays cool. And I wanted to show you with the extras a way to do it. It's totally up to you. I just left the patties, put them in a Ziploc baggie, and they're all ready to roll. Now, of course, if you're making a bigger family, you'll probably want a gallon size one, but for us, it's just two of us, so we're good to go with this size. So let's get my mustard on here. I like to shake it because you know how water comes out with mustard? I don't like that. Pretty much a lot of the stuff that we ordered today that I'm using, I ordered from Temu. Like these bottles, I think they get 4 or 6. And I love them because they're perfect for condiments. Because I already drained that, I don't have to worry about putting the patties on a towel to soak up the extra grease, because that's usually what I do. So there's the bottom. trash. And there's the bottom of that one. And mine are these little ones over here. Oh, you know what? That's not mine. That's hubby's. I remembered because his was on that other side. Because I flipped it over. Yep. Mine was the one that was starting to break. But you know what? Let me do a taste test to make sure. Okay, so I've got my hot patty on my cheese. So my cheese could start melting. Let me take a quick little taste of this meat. Yeah, that's my patty. I don't have all that sauce, that steak sauce on there like hubby likes. Let me add my onions. And I've told y'all before, my regular subscribers know I love me some onions. I want an onion in every bite. Oh, that's a yucky onion. That didn't cook very well. That was me. There we go. So let's do the taste test. Okay, I've got that turned off, unplugged. That's over here so it don't get cooled off. Oh, well, it will cool off. So let's do the taste test. Look at that. Yum, yum, yum. Definite, a good 2 thumbs up. And I'm going to show the Parchment hamburger patty paper that goes in between each of the patties. We thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.